Good morning, everybody. It's about 6 o'clock this morning. We are getting our day started. It's about 6 degrees outside, so we got the truck in high idle warming up this morning. Gonna give it a few more minutes and we'll be about our way. It's gonna be a great day, guys. Just gonna do a quick walk around to the truck. Hopefully the audio is better than it was before. Okay, here we are, turning out, getting up onto the road. I don't know if you can see it, but our mirror has a little modification, you might say. And yeah, I'll tell you guys about that once we get up onto the highway, because there's a little bit of a story there. I did not have a fun afternoon yesterday. So yeah, I'll catch you guys once we get up onto the highway and give you guys the full rundown. Okay, so we just got up onto the highway. We're still accelerating, the truck's still cold. So we're still just taking it easy. Yeah, so the mirror. If I can figure out a way to blur the company's name, I will put in the dash cam from the semi. I got the dash cam right up there. But long story short, I got loaded with DDG, which is what I'm supposed to be delivering this morning. Got loaded with the DDG there at the ethanol facility. And DDG trucks, they do not scale out. You bypass the scale as a DDG truck. So I go over the speed bumps and whatnot, and I'm pointed to the left to bypass the corn trucks that are on the scales. There's a contractor service van with a ladder rack on it that is coming at me head on. I don't know if he was distracted or I don't know, but he decided that he did not want to move over. Yeah, so I shift all the way down into first gear and let him do his thing. Well, he comes right up and his ladder rack smacks the mirror and shatters the mirror out. And then he just keeps on driving. So after that happened, I set the brakes and jump out of the truck. I don't have my boots on or anything. I typically drive barefoot. Well, he kept on going and it's snowy and everything else. And so I grabbed my boots real quick and put them on as quickly as I can. And I'm barely putting them on. Chase after him all the way around the ethanol facility on foot. And needless to say, I was not happy. Long story short though, that company did end up buying me a mirror. I showed up at their office last night and was like, figure this out. I got the dash cam video and we can do whatever we need to do, but these mirrors are expensive. They are ending up buying me a new mirror, and so I should have the new mirror on Friday. But it's gonna make it real interesting today, because today I've got DDG and I can't really see out of that mirror. I duct taped a smaller mirror on there, but it's not at the right angle and I don't know. So I'm really stuck using the fisheye mirror. And today I have to go into the heart of Chicago to get a load of It's like powdered cookie crumbs and cake crumbs, and I mean, it's a whole bunch of things that are all piled into one. And it's a product called bakery, but it's derived from like breads and cookies and all that stuff. And they fire it and turn it into a fine powder. So it's gonna be real fun heading to Chicago and picking that bakery stuff up with a shattered mirror. So buckle up, boys, because it's gonna be a long ride today. So I'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Okay, we are back. So like I said, we got DDG on. There's a better take of the mirror. What sucks is that mirror that I taped on is at the wrong angle, so I can't see anything out of it. Yeah, we'll see how things turn out. I shouldn't have to do really hardly any backing up today, and that's when that would be a huge, not a huge, but a pretty big problem to have is when you're backing up. You really use your large mirrors to back up and to gauge traffic coming at you on the left side or the right side. You use your big mirrors to gauge that, and then you use your fish eyes to check your blind spots. So like going down the road right now, we can see that there's not a car in my blind spots, but you can't see my trailer back there. So you can't tell if there's a car back there, the distance between them. Does that make sense? So every single time I want to pass somebody, I come way forward like that and use my regular mirror and then kind of pan down and try to use the bottom of that mirror, the replacement mirror, to figure it out and see where the cars are and make a decision as best as I can judge based off of that. Okay, we are here in Will County. As you can see, straight ahead of me, cop. So we'll see if he pulls me over. It seems like every other week I get pulled over here. So typically they don't sit right there. Typically they sit right back on the shoulder, back behind me. But wouldn't surprise me if he pulls me over. They say the same thing to me every single time. You look heavy. So, yep, we'll see what ends up happening. Well, he didn't turn out. That's a good sign. Okay, so we are pulling back into the DDG facility. I'm really surprised that cop didn't end up pulling me over. I'm real surprised. It seems like when they sit right there, they pull me over. So I guess it worked out pretty good in our favor. And look at that, we got a long line of DDG trucks. So here we are pulling in line for DDG. You can see all 4 pits are already filled up, and we're all the way back here. So this will probably be about a 3-hour wait, if I'm guessing, maybe longer. So, yep, we're gonna be here all afternoon. Okay, so we just now got unloaded, and we are now leaving the facility. So, I mean, you can see all the chaos that's here. You can see all the containers and container trucks and everything else. It's, yeah, wonderful place, wonderful place. So, it's about 10:43 right now. So, we got here at 8:20, so took about 2.5 hours before it was all said and done. So yeah, that's a long time to have to sit and wait somewhere and not get paid for it. Yeah, real long time. So I just got out of the facility. I just wanted to cut it real quick. I didn't want to show my code. But yep, we just got out of the facility, and we are now heading to go get bakery. I think I already touched on what bakery is, but just in case, I'll say it again. Bakery is cookie crumbs, bread crumbs, cake. I mean, all of your like bread stuff. I don't even know what that stuff's called, but it's all that stuff put together, and it goes into a furnace, gets heated up, and then turned into a powder, and it turns into a product called, some people call it cookie meal, some people call it bakery. The BOL says it's called bakery, so that's what I'm going to call it, is bakery. But yep, so we're going to be heading up to Chicago now, and getting our load of bakery, and I'll catch you guys once I get there to the facility. Well, boy, oh boy, we made it through. We were on I-55 going north, and it was busier than all get out, and it was crazy. You had people driving on the shoulder and weaving in and out and everything else. So I'm glad I put the camera down, but I kind of wish I would have recorded it for you guys all to see. Well, here we are at the facility. So all of these like trash trailers is what gets filled with all those crumbs. And I'll show you back here, they got a huge blast furnace and everything else.
Arriving at 6160 River Road, Hodgkins, Illinois, 60525 on the right.
Looks like there's some other hoppers here to load. But yeah, you can see the furnace and all of that stuff that's going on there. They got a big, huge operation. So, yep, but I'll catch you guys when we're getting ready to load, and I'll take a video of the loading process and everything else for you. Okay, we just pulled under. And there we go, 28.1. There you can see, that's the cookie meal. So all that stuff that's coming out right now is that real fine powdery stuff. Okay, so here you can see I have the switches here, and I control loading. So see, as soon as it starts going through our bow, yep, it's starting to go through the bow. So I just shut that switch off. So we've got two piles up here in the front. These two are shut off, and then we have that back one. So we're loading on the slopes to the middle to distribute our weight. So that's how we're gonna do it. So see, this one's shutting off now, so the material is going down to that far one. So let's go ahead and level off what we have so far. See, now it's coming out back over there. So we've got our two piles up here, and we're working on the slopes of the hopper. That's how we're gonna get our weight distributed and be evened out. So that is your bakery. Okay, we just got loaded, and we just got out on the road. So now we'll go up here, we'll get onto I-80, and then we will drive through Chicago, and or I'm sorry, this is 294, I believe, and then get on 80 and through Chicago, through Gary, Hammond, you know, all the northern Indiana places, and then we will drop down and take 30, and then take 31 down to our facility. So it says we're gonna get there about 4:30, which that's a tough break because that means I'm not gonna be able to get preloaded for tomorrow. And the DDG facility closes early tomorrow. They say that they're only gonna be open until 11:30, and I won't be checked in and whatnot by 11:30 without being preloaded. So we'll see what dispatch says and what everybody says, but more than likely I'm not going to be able to haul my load tomorrow. Otherwise I'll be stuck sitting there all weekend. So we'll see what they end up doing. Here, I'll roll down a window and you guys can hear the truck. I like listening to it. Maybe you guys do too. Well, here we are in good old Chicago. Honestly, the congestion's not that bad. It's typically a lot worse than this further back. So we'll see how things are up ahead.
Exit 31 on the right to Indiana 49 South.
Well, as the GPS just said, we're taking this exit here and gonna be getting on to 49. I'll flip the Jakes on. All right, so I'll roll this back up. So the easy pass is 50-50. I have an easy pass. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it doesn't work though. So we'll see how it works. It worked on the 80 toll that I got on. So we'll see. Hopefully she'll work.
You will then take the ramp ahead.
All right, it took. Perfect, everybody got over. Awesome. We don't always get people like that, so thank you guys. All right, here we are. Been on US 30 for probably about 40 miles. And
exit on the right to US 31 south.
yep, as you just heard, we're getting off going to 31. Cool, got right up and on 31. Come on.
US 31.
We'll see if the Whistling Diesel trailer, that stolen Bobcat reward trailer, is here on 31. We'll see if we can't find it again. It should be right up the road. Yep, so we wanted to find the Whistling Diesel trailer. That's it right there. That trailer right over there is that $500,000 or whatever reward for the skid steer trailer. Let's see if I can flip the camera around when I drive past it. See that? $500,000 reward. There it is. Yep. We found her, baby. Come on. Okay, here we are. This is the small town I was talking about. We just got off of 31 and we're delivering this cookie meal right up the road. There's a small feed mill that we're delivering to in this small town. Man, I'll tell you what, I love small towns like this. If there's one gas station in like a Dollar General, sign me up, baby. That's exactly what I want. Yep, like there's your one gas station. Perfect. Look at that. Yup. Sign me up, baby. Come on. All right, that's what the bakery looks like coming out of the hopper. There's our other one. See, it kind of settled down a little bit. So, yep, there's bakery for you. Well, I got some bad news. So I just got off the phone with the boss man, and he said that with the company being the way that they are, the place I deliver the DDG to, with them being the way they are and having to sit and wait for 2.5 hours today, and with them sending an email saying if you're not dumped by 11:30, tough luck. I told them that I think we should just not haul tomorrow. I think I should just stay home. And he said, I don't blame you. So, yeah, got off the phone with him, and guess I'm taking the day off tomorrow, unfortunately. It's real tough right now. The rates are in the toilet with trucking in general. Hoppers are no exception. I mean, I just got a $2 a ton deduction in the DDG, which adds up to a little over $50 a day pay cut. So throughout the course of a week, doing that 5 times a week, I mean, you're talking, what is that, $250? Yeah, $250 a week, less. That's a full tank of diesel right there. So it's tough. It's real tough right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the trailer off for some service. I got a little hole starting in my tarp, and the trap door on the back needs rebuilt. So I'm gonna drop it off for service, and I'm just gonna take the truck home and park it and hopefully Kenworth has a new mirror for me that I can pick up tomorrow. And we'll get the new mirror on and do the best we can with what we have, right? So, but that's the bad news, is I'm not working tomorrow. So the pay is pay is not gonna be good for tomorrow. For this week, I should say. For this week, the pay is not gonna be good. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm gonna get over. We got a big pothole in the road up here. So I don't know if you can see it, but that one right there, that's yeah, she's a real doozy. So, yep. But alrighty, well, I will catch you guys when I get the truck parked back up at the house and we call her a day. Hey everybody, I just got back to my house. I dropped my trailer off to get serviced, and that's gonna conclude my day today. So we hauled our DDG up and delivered that to the company, and then we went up and grabbed our cookie meal / bakery, delivered that back to the facility. Altogether today we did 384 miles today. So not a super far distance. A lot of sitting around though, a lot of sitting around at the facility. 2.5 hours of sitting there, and yeah, so it's 6 o'clock now, and I started the day at 6 o'clock. So we're right at a 12-hour day here. So for something that should have taken 9 hours, but anyway, that's okay. I want to give you guys real quickly a verse of the day. It comes from Proverbs 18, verse 24. A person of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother or a sister. And I think you guys know who that's talking about. It's talking about the big man up there. So don't forget about him. He's your friend. You know, it's a relationship thing. Relationships go two ways. He's not just somebody that you can just pray to and ask for things to happen, right? You got to develop a relationship with Christ. So I hope that each and every one of you are able to do that. And ultimately, I hope all of you guys have had a wonderful day today. Thank you for tagging along for the journey today. And pray that you guys all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching, guys.